Magandang gabi mga katinig. Tonight, nagbabalik na naman po ang ating programa para makapanayam ang isa sa mga pinaka-importanteng tagapaglingkod ng ating bansa. Para magbigay sa ating ng update tungkol sa mga bagong kaganapan sa LRT na alam naman natin isa sa mga pinaka-importanteng means of public transportation sa Kamaynilaan, lalong-lalo na sa mga libo-libong mga pasahero na sumasakay dito maaga hanggang gabi para makauwi sa kanilang mga tahanan. But before that, atin munang kilalanin ng ating Tinig. Ang Tinig Media is a new small local news company that aims to bring the best reports of local happenings to the public and to spread the word of important events every day across the country. The page was established by Mr. Michael Garza on the 8th of May, year 2021, while holding such great visions for succession. And today, ang Tinig Media is back to hosting their live interview broadcast with former marketing manager of the Cebu Pacific Air Philippines and now serving as the head of communications and customer relations and LRT-1 spokesperson at Light Rail Manila Corporation. Mga kaibigan, let's all welcome Ms. Jacqueline Gorospe. Magandang gabi po, Ms. Jacqueline Gorospe. Ma'am, kayo naman po ay bumati sa ating mga manonood.
Good evening po sa lahat ng viewers, lahat po ng nakikinig din. Hazel, thank you for this chance to, for LRT-1 to share yung updates namin. And good evening to all. I hope everyone's having a happy weekend.
Thank you so much also for your time. Ma'am, let us now start with the main attraction of the broadcast. We've gathered some questions from the public for you. So, Ms. Gorospe, are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, so the first question is, how are your LRT operations during the pandemic?
Okay, so this pandemic, transportation industry, we know is one of the most affected, no? Earlier last year, nang dineclare po yung quarantine yung period, ECQ and ECQ, yun po yung time na very limited yung transport. Actually, even until now. And back then po, mobility is also affected, right? Many of us are choosing to work from home or lahat po ngayon, di ba, maraming online. And there are also restrictions to go out among the younger age groups and even the senior ones. So we have to admit po na transport is, it was a very challenging period, no? Kasi mobility is also restricted. Yun po yung una. And then number two, of course, now, with the whole COVID-19 safety, marami rin po kaming mga bagong initiatives and investments na kinailangan gawin para ma-ensure na maging safe yung ating LRT-1. So, alam naman natin dati wala tayong mga face mask, face shields, yung cleaning na extra steps po, 'di ba? Lahat ngayon talagang nag-step up times 2, times 3, 'di ba? In terms of cleaning. So, ganun po yung ilan sa mga ginawa namin. So, mga disinfection and also investing in technology and a lot of other things to match with the new reality or the new normal na sinasabi nila. So, yun po, bahagi yun na pagpatuloy ng aming serbisyo and also yung ma-address yung need for safety. Kasi lahat tayo, di ba, with this pandemic, isa yan sa mga biggest concerns natin.
Right.
So yun po, yun, overview yan ng situation.
So hindi naman po challenging yung mga tao in terms of wearing mask and their, like face shields.
It is also it's an ongoing campaign. We have provided signages, reminders, all forms of media na nga po parang, di ba, we know in communications, you try to use different channels. Right. And then different audience, iba yung messaging or iba yung approach. Yeah. Na-try na nga din namin mag-TikTok, di ba? Para iba't ibang klaseng materials to make it informative and also, entertaining. Kasi kailangan din natin yan. So, lahat po ng forms of communication to remind people about yung tinatawag na minimum PPEs and also yung 7 commandments for public transport, no? Yung wearing your face mask, face shield, no talking inside the train. Pero po, syempre, lahat po yun ginagawa namin. And parang kagaya nga po sa isang relasyon, di ba, kailangan give and two-way siya. We
Correct.
also expect, while we are doing our part, we also hope, you know, that our passengers will be responsible. And minsan po, syempre may mga instances din na may mga hindi sumusunod and kailangan ng extra reminder. So, we have actually deployed po mga train marshals, roving sila sa trains to do spot checks and extra reminders. So yun po, parang lahat talaga ng means ginagawa namin or effort to remind people. And what we realized here is it's our health and safety. It's our own responsibility, 'di ba? Parang kung
Correct.
andyan naman yung environment, pero ikaw mismo sa sarili mo, you don't practice, right? Or
Correct.
hindi ka, hygiene practices, hindi ka rin sumusunod sa mga, yung proper wear. Naglabas nga kami, naalala ko lang po, no? Naglabas kami ng reminder for proper wearing of face mask. Kasi I know minsan nga po, guilty nga ako rin. Parang, binababa natin or like, sinasabit lang sa isang side. So,
Right.
hindi lang sapat na we're wearing our mask, but also important to wear it properly. Diba? Meron nga kaming nilabas na infographic, parang different ways ngayon na sinusuot na hindi dapat. Kasi, diba, parang maging effective yung mga face masks, kailangan fully covered, yung from the nose hanggang
Right.
dito, tapos walang opening. So, yun po yung iba sa
That's
mga
very good
reminders
to know
namin.
po. Yeah, that's very good to know that our country is really doing also, especially yung mga public transportation, they're already
Yes.
always doing their initiative to also help prevent
Remind.
of the
Yes.
Ma'am, maiba naman po ako. Kumusta naman po ang LRT project na nagko-connecta sa SM City hanggang Baclaran at Baclaran hanggang Cavite? Is there any update po?
Okay. So yung our stations po are from Roosevelt to Baclaran, and with the LRT-1 Cavite extension, may dadagdagan po ng 8 stations from Baclaran. So south siya from Baclaran hanggang Cavite. So yung phase 1 po, ngayon po kasi kami kami sa LRMC, kami po yung private operator, no? And also kami rin yung in charge of building the Cavite extension.
Okay.
That is on top of rehabilitating the older system. Kasi po, nung nag-take over kami ng 2015, alam po natin yung LRT-1, ito ang unang train system sa Philippines and also in Southeast Asia. So, medyo matagal na po siya. Kaya nung nag-take over kami, ang daming kailangan gawin for maintenance and to rehabilitate the system. So part yun ng ginagawa namin or nung task ng aming concession agreement. So una, yung rehabilitation of the existing system from Roosevelt to Baclaran. Marami pong nagawa na yung team namin, from improving the trains. Dati po kasi konti lang yung pwedeng gamitin ng mga train sets. Dahil sa mga repairs na ginagawa, napadami namin ito. Kaya naging helpful na nakaka-serve kami ng enough trains for the demand. So, important yon. And then isa sa mga ginawa din namin, in-improve namin yung station experience. So like from the roofing, the ventilation, the lighting, tapos po yung mga merchant mix, yung overall environment sa stations. So, yan po yung isa sa mga ginawa namin when it comes to the existing system. Tapos po, yung ginagawa na extension, that is from yung after Baclaran hanggang Cavite, ngayon po nasa 56% yung progress. So, nag-start po yung construction or yung civil works nung September 2019. So that's a year and a half ago, no? September 2019, less than 2 years. So ngayon po nasa 56% yung progress.
That's big.
And di ba po? Last year naging challenging din yung construction activities kasi alam natin, di ba, under ECQ and MECQ, very limited yung movement. And also po yung global supply ng mga materials, construction materials. So we had to adjust to the requirements, yung syempre regulatory and also yung supply chain, no? Medyo challenge siya during the pandemic. Pero our team is working as fast as we can, to meet the timelines and kung ano po yung matapos naming progress sa abot na aming makakaya.
Oh, that's good to hear. I'm sure a lot of passengers, lalo na po sa mga Cavite bound, will be very happy once this is completed. Ma'am,
Yes, that's right.
ano po ba ang madalas na problema na natatanggap ninyo sa operasyon ng LRT?
Na-mention natin kanina, no, yung mga complaints sa passengers. Aside from us na kami nakaka-observe po, actually very proactive po yung mga LRT-1 passengers. Nakakatawa kasi parang community of ano siya. We have passengers who call the attention of other passengers or sila mismo yung nagre-report. Bakit nakita namin yung isang pasahero na ito hindi sumusunod? So, it's a complaint but it's also a feedback or parang may active citizenship, no? Parang nire-report nila sa amin. So, yun po, yun yung isa sa mga, when it comes to passenger behavior, yun po yung isa sa mga, ngayon, kasi with all the adjustments, and nung dati po, with the social distancing, no, kasi our IATF, DOTR, very particular, with the compliance of transport modes, public transport to observe yung maximum loading. And alam naman natin na pag may limitation sa pagpasok ng tren at saka station, hindi mo maiiwasan yung magkaroon ng pila or may konting extra waiting time because it's a different situation po, diba, that we are in. Kailangan hindi mapupuno yung tren or meron lang maximum kahit na kaya pa naman magsakay. So, yeah, yung iba po, may extra waiting time and then it's just something that we have to, a little sacrifice po to ensure yung compliance with IATF guidelines.
Okay, thank you po. Mama, iba naman po ako. Noon pong umusbong ang community pantry sa
Pantry.
iba-ibang bahagi ng Pilipinas, napagbalitaan po na nakiisa rin daw po kayo sa proyektong ito. Totoo po ba yun? And ano po ba ang naging bunga o naging dulot nito para sa mga pasahero ng LRT?
Tama po yan. So yung community pantry namin, nag-open kami sa Monumento Station. And then nagkaroon din kami sa depot, sa LRMC depot, yung kung saan yung office namin, meron din for employees. So yung Monumento po, nag-start yon noong April 22. And it was open, operational for about 3 weeks. Nakakatuwa nga po kasi yung una, we suggested, our team na sige po kasi makatulong ito para sa mga pasahero, no? It's our way of giving back to our patrons or our loyal passengers. And nung una nga medyo worry namin kasi what if hindi maging enough yung supplies, no? Kasi hindi maging enough yung donations, paano natin ma-ensure na sustainable yung ating pagpatakbo ng pantry. Pero nakakatuwa po kasi nakakuha kami ng mga donations from from LRMC employees. Yung mga departments, yung teams nag-pool ng funds, yung iba po nag-donate din, individual. And then, ako po yung mga kaibigan ko, nag-donate din sila. Nung nakita nila na kasi nag-post ako ng pictures, tapos sabi nila, we are actually looking for, for someone na we know na into the community pantry. Para kasi, iba yung kilala mo, di ba, na parang may trust or confidence. Sige, bigay ko sa'yo. So, nakakatawa po kasi kahit kaibigan ko rin, nakapag-donate sila. And also, our passengers, alam naman natin kasi pagsakay ng tren, medyo mabilisan, no? Nakakatuwa na kahit, in a busy station, maiisip ng iba na magdadalang ako ng kahit konti, i-drop off ko sa station. And then, meron din po, pang-apat, mga partners. Yung nakakatuwa dito is even yung mga vendors, yung market vendors sa Monumento. Monumento po kasi may mga street vendors. Nagulat po ako nung isang araw, nag-message sa station namin, may nagpadala daw po na basket of fruits and it's from the donation of the street vendor. So parang sobrang nakakatuwa po na parang doon ko na-realize na there are many ways to help, no matter how big or small. No excuse for you not to help out. Kahit yun po, in simple ways, and in many ways po, we can do our part. And sometimes po, it's just a matter of letting people know how, how they can help out. We just need to show them the way, and they're actually glad and more than willing. Minsan hindi lang nila alam kung paano tumulong, and they just need to know how, and give them the venue. And yun po, and actually naglagay kami ng mga messages ng message board, parang message of support or anything they want to write. And isa dun sa mga touching na nabasa ko is, maraming salamat po, birthday ko ngayon. So, parang, 'di ba? Hindi mo maiisip na okay, wala, donation na kuha kayo, pero for something na gano'n, merong impact siya sa mga tao na on a personal level. So, yun po, yun yung actually community pantry, nakakatuwang ikwento kasi it's such a learning experience, and marami kang realizations na maraming gustong tumulong, and we just have to we just have to show them the way.
All right, that's correct. Nakakatuwa naman pong marinig na masaya po yung public, no? Kasi which leads me to my next question, but I guess you've already answered na masasabi niyo po bang nakatulong ang inyong community pantry sa ginawa para sa publiko. But I guess you have, like you said, marami ang natuwa, and
Oo. Sabi nga po nila, 'di ba, syempre medyo temporary yung solution na yun dahil, I mean, once nakuha nila yung stocks, it will last them for several days, 'di ba? Pero I guess what we can look at, yung upside nun is yung bigger learning na about bayanihan, no? It's very
right.
Filipino. And number two is Filipinos are willing to help out. And siguro po sa pagplano natin ng ating mga, mas long-term na projects, no? I mean, this is like a very short-term solution, community pantry. Pero yung values, the Filipino values that we saw from this initiative, yun po yung sanang i-nurture natin, and that will play a role para maging successful pa yung mga other projects. I mean, that will help the country.
Okay, thank you very much for. Meron po ba tayong tinatawag na model station sa LRT-1?
Ngayon po, na-mention ko, 'di ba, yung mga rehabilitation efforts namin. So, yung goal is the station experience will be consistent and seamless, no? Pero as you mentioned, okay, kung may model station, siguro ito yung at aming mga bigger stations like EDSA or Di Jose, na may connection with other public transport. Kasi yung vision nga ng aming president and CEO, and also like in other countries, no, yung public transport very connected siya, from one train to another, one line to another, sa kaya ng other forms of transport, ang road malapit din sa train, so connected. And these stations, ito yung mga high foot traffic, and number two, marami ring mga other public transport modes in the area. And these stations, number three, we have also deployed mga bike racks. So we know that ngayon po, 'di ba, yung first mile and last mile travel. So yung idea is maglakad ka or mag-take ka ng bike, and then iwan mo sa station, take ka ng train,
Yes.
or tas mag-take ka ng jeep. 'Di ba, parang seamless yung travel. And actually ito yung sa gantong vision namin, gusto namin siya i-pilot sa mga bigger stations muna, and then eventually dun sa mga minor stations. And also yung upcoming common station, although it's not yet operational, and it's also in partnership with the DOTR and the other other train lines, yung MRT3 and the future MRT7, no. Yun, very excited din kami sa common station kasi tatlong train systems yung connected dun eh. And then also, if ever in future subway, so connected siya, it's a big station connected to a mall. And yun, so parang for us kasi yung model station is ganon, it promotes integrated travel, integrated mobility. Yun po. So let's see. And also yung Cavite Extension stations, bago ito, and marami siyang mga improvements and enhancements compared to the older stations.
Oh, that's very good news for everyone. I'm sure everybody's excited for that
Yes.
progress. Ano po ba itong LRMC at anong pinagkaiba nito sa LRT?
LRT, so yung LRT system po natin dito, dalawa yan, di ba? LRT-1 and LRT-2. Kami po sa LRMC or Light Rail Manila Corporation, ito po yung kumpanya namin. We are the private operator of LRT-1. So LRT-1, as we know, is the train system. LRMC po kaming kumpanya na nanalo dun sa concession agreement for 32 years. So kami yung magpapatakbo, also maintenance, rehabilitation ng existing system, plus yung construction of the Cavite extension. So kami po yung private operator and maintenance provider of LRT-1. So yun po yung difference. Company, and then yung isa po, yung mismong train system na LRT-1.
Okay, thank you so much for answering my questions. Ma'am, thank you so much for your time. And I'm sure na a lot of viewers will be happy with the good news that you have imparted with us. And nakaka-excite naman pong marinig na marami pong kaming aabangan, lalong-lalo na po sa progress ng public transportation sa Philippines. Before we end the program, I would like to call on Mr. Mike Garza to come and perform the ending remarks po.
Miss Jackie, magandang gabi.
Good evening, Mike. Thank you so much again.
Maraming salamat sa ngalan ng Tinig Media. Kami ay personal na pasalamat sa iyo at sa LRMC. Basta anytime na kailangan mo open ang Tinig Media para maipaabot natin sa mamamayan ang magandang ginagawa ng LRMC para sa bayan.
Salamat din. It's always our honor, and we're glad to be to share with you kung ano po yung mga updates namin.
Ma'am, meron po ba kayong mga gustong i-promote or gustong ibahagi sa ating mga manunood before tayo nag-end?
Okay, so na-mention po, di ba, yung ngayon new normal travel, and a lot of it is yung contactless, di ba, contactless payments. So ini-invite po namin yung aming sa inyo pong mga viewers, listeners, mga pasahero na LRT-1 to download the Ikot MNL app. So dun po sa app na yon, it will hopefully help your travel, no? You can see yung mga stations kung may paparating na tren, and meron din siyang contact tracing, stay safe. Also, future enhancements, future features, may magkakaroon po siya. So, it's all for convenient travel. And then second po, gusto ko rin po i-take yung chance na to encourage everyone to use yung beep card para sa kanilang pagbabiyahe, para mas mabilis po, and hindi na nila kailangan pumila, straight to the platform. And marami namang uses yung beep card. So it's something po na we are promoting to our passengers.
Thank you so much again, Miss Jackie Gorospe, for your time. At talaga namang napakaraming kailangan nating abangan. And this is very very fresh news na hindi lang laging bad news yung naririnig natin. Meron din namang mga good news na nangyayari sa ating bansa. Again, thank you so much, and we are hoping na makasama ka ulit in the near future para naman sa bagong update pa po ng ating mga public transportation. Thank you so much. All right, thank you viewers sa lahat ng mga nanonood po, nanood sa ating interview today. Thank you so much sa inyo, at abangan po ninyo ang mga susunod pang mga interview natin sa mga susunod na Sabado every 6 p.m. Philippine time. This is Hazel May Binluan reporting.